crazy motherfuckers. Now, I used to go to school here. This is the school uniform that we wore when I was here. And kind of funky it was, too. Okay, so I better explain the tits. Didn't have those at school. Wanted to, but not in the school curriculum. Even though I asked. Didn't really, but... because I would have got my head kicked in. Oh, yes, sir. So the breast thing, as a transvestite, it's my job, right? Just wearing breasts, you know, that's it. There's nothing, don't get hung up about it. But you see, initially, when I first came out, I was with breasts, mit breasts, as the Germans say. I think breast con breasts. Being a European, I know these languages, and that's the first thing I say whenever I get to France, Germany, and Spain. Or South America, even. But I was with her, and then it didn't seem to work, because no matter how much makeup, how high the heels, people kept saying, "Yes, sir." "Would you like tea with that, sir?" "Yes, I would like tea. Why don't you put it on my breasts?" "Certainly, tea for this man's breasts." Anything else? No, yeah, just fuck off, mate. So I thought, it's not working. So I threw my breasts out of the window of my Lamborghini. In my mind. No, I threw the breasts out of the window of my Ford Fiesta. In my mind. Actually, I threw them over the handlebars of my bicycle. And they hit a small child who ran home. Mom, been attacked by jellyfish. Jellyfish drive-by shooting. Just like South Central LA. Huh? Jellyfish attacked me. Where are the tentacles? They're probably burned up in re-entry. Probably from Mars, Mum. Can I keep them and shove them up my jumper? So I was sans breast, ohne breast, or whatever the other one is. And then I thought, no, I have breast envy. And Freud wrote about penis envy, and which I don't understand, actually, myself. Penis, I'm sort of penis neutral, you know, like penis, what's not envy? And then there's, what's the opposite of envy? What? 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 Ambivalent, yes, very good. Penis ambivalence, yes, I think that. Well done, Eastbourne. Bit more voice, but good. What? You're Welsh, fantastic, that's great. I'm European, and I know that causes. And so, but we all, it's fighting. There'll always be a China. Now, so ambivalent and Welsh, I don't know quite how they go together, but very good heckle anyway. I have penis ambivalence. Thank you. Or is there one in the middle? Penis nonchalant. I have penis nonchalance, really. Very nonchalant about penis. I try and make sure that, you know, that I wear a pair of trousers occasionally, or a skirt, or whatever, and just wave it at the vicar. Seems to throw. On his Lamborghini. In his Lamborghini. Fuck that up. Right, that's the trouble with ad-libbing. You just ad-lib, and you can fuck up. It's danger. You see, an ad-libbing, you've got the edge of danger and nonchalance, or ambivalence, or penis. There's 4 sides to it. It's one of those things you get at school. Penis, ambivalence, Lamborghini. I used to do those. I can't remember what these. It was who you would kiss, basically. I seem to remember. And only certain people knew how to make them. And they were wizards. And they could command things. I tell you must die. Oh, fuck. And it must be passed down, isn't it? Like the ability to make paper aeroplanes. It's only, you know, that gets passed down. I know, I make a really good one. Where was I taught that? Probably up the road at St. Bede's. Very good model aeroplane. I think it was there. Might have been in Wales, because I was in Wales too. I've been everywhere. Oh yes, very well travelled when I was a kid. I just, you know, my dad said, go where you want. I'm going to Wales, Dad. I did. I cycled to Wales. From here. No, from Bexhill. Okay. I did, and I got all the way there, and then on the way back I got bored and took a train. That's me, because the crowds were smaller, and, you know, no point, you know? Okay, that's too weird, that joke, isn't it? That's too nonchalant slash ambivalent. Slash penis. Slash. Ooh, painful. I'm not even... Don't laugh like that, please. What the hell? Oh, yeah, so the breast thing. So then I thought, no breast. I thought, no, I'll go back and get some breasts. So I went to the breast shop, you know, which is your local high street. A pair of your finest breasts, sir. And then it was just like that scene in Harry Potter with John Hurt's behind, well, why not a pair of these for you? Yeah. I think not those breasts, Mr. John Hurt, maybe. Or maybe the double Ds would suit you. So that was good, and they do have advantages. I hear you scream, what advantages? They don't silently, but you know, 4 guys with tits, you lose weight immediately. I mean, look, because your chest is bigger and you have this concave thing going on. Look, that, quite apart from the fucking corset, but that, you know. And you do, people go, hey, you've lost weight. No, I've got big tits. There was a haircut or something going on there. So that's good. You can pull your boobs out and you can strap them around your ears in an aeroplane. With a bandage, cuts the noise down, you know? Sorry, beg pardon? Especially when there's children crying. There's always a child crying on an aeroplane. It's the law now. Even if there's no child crying, they seem to go, who's got children? Anyone got a child? Right, come on then. You go, I don't want to go to Denver. Yeah, come on to Denver, come on. Sit there, keep crying. Yeah! For stop, I'll use the fork. Because that's on the plane. If you've been on a plane, no knives anymore. Just that plasticky knife, which seems a bit sharp, actually, to me. But the fork, of course, a metal lethal weapon that no one could do any harm with that. If they stuck a fork in your jugular, you'd just be I'm fine, thank you very much. No real pain. Just lack of blood problem, yeah. The forks are dangerous. They're going to go soon. Then there'll just be a spoon, and the people will be attacking us with spoon, shove it. And then they'll take the spoon away, and it'll just be cheese. It'll be fine with cheese. The cheese things. We do get crap on meals, don't we, on planes, you know? Well, to the extent you get on and you start, it all becomes so precious. Oh, the cheese and the thing. The salad, the salad, and the little individual thing in your stew. Can I have more? No. More than nibbly. Only 1 packet of nibblies? They're very small nibblies. Just 40 minutes in the air with a small packet. I can eat 100 of these fuckers. Give me more. I've paid to come on the plane. I want more nibblies than this. I've got an allergy to them. I still want to eat them. Because remember nuts? We were eating nuts like crazy, and then there were no nuts because people exploded or something. Breasts, but you've heard of breast implants. These are not implants. If you think, oh, these are implants. No, they're not implants. They're nice squidgy, but they're IMS, but they're not planted. They're just IMS, your regular common or house garden IMS. And, but they do, you've heard on the aeroplane, that implant explode, and that it happened to me, over 30,000 feet. It's just like, yeah, I know what you mean. I have a child. Sorry about this. Yes. Boom. Yes, my left breast has exploded. Have you got a pillow? Oh, and some more than nibbly things. But then you got 1 L-cup boob and a D-cup boob. And you get a lot of looks. I already get a lot of looks. So by the end of it, I've got the fork. Boom. Another pillow. And you go off with the biggest tits in Christendom, as the Crusaders used to say. Now, that all went wrong, didn't it, the Crusaders? They went down, oh, what a mess. Thank God for Saladin, eh? Ah, it's very 13th century, that joke. Or should I say 1200s? Isn't that just the bane of history? The fact that when they say 13th century, you haven't got a fucking clue what they're talking about. And that's just some sort of history expert You just know that if they say 13th century, it's nothing to do with the 1300s, but you immediately go into slow motion, because they're going, so in the 13th century, King Dingle Dang exploded his bottom, and you're going, 13th century, so that's not the 1300s, that's the 12th. And of course, King Dingle Dangle then invaded his own buttocks, and in the 14th, it's either the 12th or the 14th, and you have to go back to the North century, and that's the 1st century in the North. And then he went to China and bought a packed lunch, and came up, so it must be the 1200s. What? My idea, radical as it may be, is to say if it's the 1200s, it's the 12th century. Why the fuck not? There's loads more people would sign up for history. Yes, and everyone, oh, I want to do history. I want to tell me who was Saladin? Who was he? Did he do salads? Is he cooking program? Should be funnier. Okay. Who's doing Islamic cooking jokes, for fuck's sake? Ad-libbed it as well. Why am I writing on my finger? No one cares. But anyway, so all that's true, and the other thing, and that proves some of my theories. Where the fuck was I? What was I talking about? Breast, yes, I know generally, but how far down the breast line was it? Oh yes, exploding in aeroplanes. True, except for the lies. Now, also, you can grab your boobs, and women do this. I haven't seen women do this, but when you're talking to officials, I find it very, just... What? How fast was I going? I don't even have a car. 70 miles an hour on a scooter is very tricky. Or bank managers. Well, I think £400 is not a lot to ask for, don't you think it's not a lot? Bank managers get, well, yes, all right, there's £1 million, go on, get out of it, you big-breasted boy. And also, I have decided to associate with superheroes because we like superheroes. We have a human thirst for superheroes. We have many, the X-Men, the Y-Men, the B-Men, the C-Men. No, probably not them. Spider-Man, Superman, Catman, Batman, Dogman, Frogman. Elephant Man, not a superhero. Less in the girls' department. There's Wonder Woman, and there's Supergirl, and there's Catwoman, she's very sexy. But fit women in tight clothing, I think there should be more of that. I mean, as a male lesbian, I'm totally in favour of that. And that's now superheroes. And it goes all the way back to the Greeks. I mean, Greek heroes, tons of them. Achilles, Greek hero, with the Achilles. He had the Achilles ankle. Achilles what? Achilles ankle? Heel, yeah, sorry. Achilles had the Achilles heel. But I don't think it was like if you flick it, he'd drop dead. That doesn't make sense, does it? I think it was more like a funny elbow, And he just had a bit of a wobbly one. And if you got him, he went, oh, ow, fuck. And then he'd fall on a spike. Agamemnon, he had an Agamemnon neck. That was his weak spot. If you caught him with an axe just there, he didn't like. And as his head rolled off, he'd go, ooh, booger. And he'd go into emergency chicken mode. Dun, dun, dun. What to do? Because that's what chickens do. As soon as their head's off, they lean in slightly as they do that circle. Just keeps them going. Centrifugal force. Basic physics. Dun, dun, dun. Chickens are going, what to do? Got no head. No head. I can't think. I have no head, that's why. Invade Birmingham. No. I've lost all my strategic sense. Fucking chicken. I'm not doing circles anymore. What am I doing? Oh. Well, chicken undertakers, they have a hell of a time. Here lies Steve the chicken, who died 23rd of July, 1927. 3:30 p.m. 3:35 p. About 4 o'clock in the later that day. He not actually buried here because this is his chicken and we ate him. If only he could pull the wishbone in his body and make a wish. That should be funnier. Anyway, that's all from me. My job's a weird job. Speak to you soon. Love from Kenny. P.S. My thumb hurts. Yeah, so Agamemnon, Ajax, he was also there. He was like the cleaner, you know, he was like Harvey Keitel in Pulp Fiction. And then there was King Menelaus, who was like a sponge cake. There, got a groan. Got a groan, you see that? Got a groan. Yes, I heard. Got a groan, that was a groaner. King Menelaus, shouldn't have used that one. I didn't, that was someone else. Is that your shoulder or what? We'll cut all this out. Cut the whole show out up to now. Now I'll start, okay? Hang on. Scratch. If you're wearing a skirt, you're not supposed to scratch. Girls never scratch, apparently. Or go to the loo. Or is that the royal family? I don't know. The royal family never go to the loo. They just store it up. And then just before they die, they go... Yeah, the Queen's dead. Just came to me. Just ad-libbing. It probably doesn't happen that way. There's probably other people who have tubes and things. Now, don't even go there. Don't go there. You're filthy, you. Anyway, what? It's a glove puppet. Yes, yes. Then on the Trojan side, of course, well, you've got Helen, who says, you know, Paris seems like a personal shopper to me. You know, with the name like, yeah, I've just been there and got new socks and everything. And I found this woman, Helen. I mean, how did he get her to go, come on, Helen, let's go. It might cause a rumpus. I don't think so. Come on. Fucking hell, what a rumpus. Dad found this woman. Whoa, where's she from? She's from Sparta. Ah, you twit. Nip upstairs, see if there are any ships on the horizon. Right. Oh, I got dizzy. Ships. Yeah, there's ships. Well, how many? All of them. You fucking nutters. You've got a whole of all the Greeks who don't actually exist yet as an entire unity. They're all coming. They're all coming, the Spartans, the Athenians, and all the other guys around there who will later have a civil war just after the Second World War. You know your future history. I do. But Dad, she's such a bonza woman, and I want to shag her brains in. Right. Well, good reason, anyway. Come on, let's make a horse out of clay. So, and that was written up as a book. That was the whole story. It was called Oh Fucking Hell. And what a mistake. And Odysseus, he was also there. Odysseus, who did the Odyssey. And it was lucky, if he was Jonathan, he would have done a Jodyssey or something. He was there, and he didn't fight. Go on there, just kick him in the front. Help us, Odysseus. I can't, I've got this Odyssey I'm going to do on the way back. So I've already sold the rights for the book. You lazy bastard. And he did, he had a huge adventure, and there's a thing with the pig, you know, got lost in a maze. No, it was a pig, it was a cow. Big cow, wasn't it? I haven't read this bit, and Edith Hamilton. And then there's a guy with one eye, called One-Eyed Guy, and Blue Otters or something. And the island of the naked with the sirens, who are beautiful women who would sing to attract sailors. Come over here in your ships. We are naked, shaggable women. Sail your ships over here, and we're shagging each other at the moment. Bit flat, Susan. We've got very good parking for ships, berthing things, and just fucking get over here. We're not sure what the song was, but it could have been something. Come over here, won't you come? And the sailors would come over and they'd crash on the rocks and drown and die, and the women would go, ha ha ha, which is a very girly trick. Because I've heard about it at school. When I grew up as a boy, against my will, but, you know, as a boy, it was very much a violent sort of, I wouldn't actually have a huge amount of fights. I'd argue. I'd go, no, I'm not, no. The United Nations say I'm a special case. And do stuff like that and stop getting beaten up that way. But girls would do the mind control thing of, it seems, of going, we're not talking to her. Which is completely evil. But boys just do violence, which is sort of stupid and more blockheaded. But anyway, the whole bloody I don't know if it was a lesbian island, but it sounds fantastic anyway. But just sing it. There were sirens. They were probably standing on the cliff going, ooh, ooh. Bit flat, Susan. Or maybe they were going, ooh, boo, boo, ooh, meh, meh, meh. And Odysseus sailing by going, someone's trying to break into the island. Probably wasn't on a speedboat though, was it? Probably one of those big rigging boats with a big steering wheel. Someone's trying to break into the island. Or on a bicycle. Someone's trying to break into the island. Or just swim. Someone's trying to break into the island. Or, what is it? Someone's trying to break into the island. Row, you fuckers. This is for the DVD, see? Different endings. Cartwheel. Someone's trying to... Someone playing cricket. Someone's trying to break into the island. Someone's trying to break into the island. Too many endings. Okay. So that was fun, though, and then there was Perseus. Perseus was a Greek hero, son of Zeus. Perseus, you see, Perseus through Perseus, 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 Perseus. This is a new form of teaching called shouting at people until they agree. Well, he was the son of Zeus anyway, and his wife was his mother in the thing in a hole in the ground. And what happens? Because all the Greek myths, it looks like they were written by someone with an enormous bag of weed. And then the green monkeys who lived in a sponge cake all decided to dress up as an enormous tart, and it just goes on and on. Perseus, he goes to a wedding. A king who's getting married says, where's my wedding present? Oh, I forgot. What about tissues? No, that's not going to work. What I want is the head of Medusa, who's a Gorgon from the cheese family. Bring me her head. What's she look like? She's got snakes for hair, and if you look at her, you turn to stone. All right, no problem. Does she get chatted up a lot? Not really. All right. I'll go and get her. What, just the head? Yeah, and a wing, maybe. Maybe some fries as well. Freedom fries, fuck off. And he goes, where's Medusa live? Oh, I don't know. Go to the island where the grey women live. 3 grey women who have one eye between them that they take out and swap round. And then, it's in there, you read it. And then he grabbed the eye. He was advised to grab the eye when they're passing it around. Where's the fucking eye? I gotta go to the loo. Where's the eye? I've got it. Oh, bum, the visitor's got it. And he says, tell me where Medusa lives. All right, lives at number 23. All right. There's your eye. Oh, I fucking lost it. Hang on. That's a marble. That's a sheep's eye. Oh, that's weird. Should be funnier. Anyway. So then he goes there, and Medusa, there's 3 Gorgons. You don't remember the other 2, do you? No. Medusa, she lost her head, but she got well known for it. And the other 2 Gorgons, I don't know, Fred and Jim or something. Medusa's there going, he's coming to kill us, son of Zeus, coming to kill us. And the other 2 are immortal, though, which is kind of handy. No, he's not coming to kill us. Well, he might, Simon, he might kill you. No, I'm immortal. But what about you, Andrew? No, I'm immortal too. Simon, Andrew, both immortal. Where was I when the immortality van came by? You were off buying snake food. Bloody hell. Hey, I'm going down the hairdressers. How did you get her hair done? Because we wake up in the morning, our hair's all over the fucking place. And then we sort of sort the hair out. She'd wake up, her hair's all over the place all day. Probably hair wakes up before her. Oh, Christ. Put a video about mice on the telly, the fucking snakes are... Hairdressers hate it. Oh, bloody hell, it's Medusa. Sit down. So, what do you... Calm down. Can you tell your hair to calm the fuck down? Bloody, hey, give me a hairbrush. Janine, can you shampoo? Not on your life. Just a trim, was it? Do your roots? So, and then in the end, Perseus, he gets given magic things because the gods like him. And he gets given a magic hat, and magic trousers, and a magic tractor, and a magic purse. It's very camp. And then he ends up killing Medusa because he uses reflective surface, because you can't look at her, turned to stone. So he's got a shield to attack, but a shield, of course, is concave, and therefore inverts the image, like in a box brownie. Not only reflects it, but inverts the image. How the fuck do you attack using that? You'd be going... Could you stand still, please? Are you immortal? You're immortal. You're one of the immortal ones. Hi, Siren. How are you? Yes, is your sister in? No reason. All right, I'll come back later. Ta. Crazy bloody story. And then there's winged horse and everything. Now, so what is my point? My point is that the reason of the superhero thing, the linkage thing, transvestites and superheroes, is because we have a big similarity. Both superheroes and transvestites, we both have to change before we help people. We both have to change clothes before we help people. Except for transvestites don't actually help people. But apart from that, fantastic similarity. Help a small child is hurt. Help a Superman. What's the problem? He's got a bruised knee, grazed knee. Okay, you want Savlon on that, and then a plaster over the top. Are there any others? No, it's just him. What was it, an earthquake? No, he fell off his bike. Right, I don't normally come out for bicycles. Because, that would have mended itself. We just wanted to meet you, really. Why'd you wear your underwear on the outside? Yes, I don't normally get out of bed for less than a helicopter. Is there a helicopter crash? No, just this bike. Can you mend the front wheel? No, fuck off. Why'd you wear your pants on the... It saves on shopping. Washing. That second answer got a much better reaction than the first one. Yeah, the first one was wrong. The second one got a huge reaction. As if I just won the World Cup. Compared to, that's Superman, compared to Captain Transvestite. Help us, Captain Transvestite. Help a child. It's a... Actually, no, it's... And then it's 20 minutes to get changed. That's the fastest I've ever done it. Christ. I look like a bloke. Okay, what? He's dead. Kid's dead now. Well, I came as fast as I could. Yeah, well, dead. Gangrene set in. It's bloody quick. Well, he fell in a lump of gangrene, you see. I came as fast. You were 20 minutes. Yeah, I had a glass of wine, but I mean, Superman doesn't have a glass of wine. He might liquid and fuel injected wine into his body. You don't know. It's true, I don't actually. But he's dead now. He's completely dead. I've got a lip liner. What the fuck's that gonna do? I'd draw a line around him for the police. Fingers. He's got too many fingers. That's not a human child. Martian child, lying here. Martian child comes from Mars, not from here. Martian child, good at cooking. They would. The Martians would make excellent cooking program people. Wouldn't you tune in? Now, first Martian fan does cooking program. You tune in. I think I take that as a huge silent yes. I should be a politician. I hear your silence and take it as yes. This silence I hear is no, because I wish it to be. But Mars, it came to visit us. Mars, the red planet, it came so close to the earth. And if you stood on the roof of your house with an extended car aerial and you had a frog on the end of that with a long tongue who had a stick insect on the end of that, and the stick insect was holding one of those tape measures you had when you click it off and you used as a saw when you were a kid, and it kept going punk, and it go punk, so you have to make it a certain size. Now if you had all that and then you waggled it around, you could almost touch Mars if you were mad. Yeah, it didn't actually, it's 35 million miles away. That was a long, bloody way away. I mean, I want to be woken up when Mars is That's the noise you need, isn't it? You know when those spaceships go by in sci-fi, they go, Mom, Mars is at the kitchen window. Go look. Number 23 is gone. But Jesus had it. I want Mars to be so bloody close I can nip out in the garden and leap up, and then Mars's gravity will grab you and go boom, 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 boom. You say, kids, nip outside for a bit of boom. All right, Mum, boom. Mum, Johnny's stuck on Mars. We'll catch him the next time round. How long does it take for Mars to go round? Oh, about... ... Don't know. How long? How long does it take for Mars to go? What's a Martian day like? How long? A week. Is it a week? Just somebody pass that on. Was that a week? Yeah? Yeah. Whatever I said, a week. Edit that together, you see. But I mean, I find it exciting. I don't know about you, but I do find the Mars coming to... I mean, it went from 1 pinprick in the sky to 3 pinpricks in the sky. And I was in Los Angeles at the time, driving around in my Lamborghini, in my mind. I was going around a pogo stick in Los Angeles, and in my mind. I was actually in Eastbourne in a Lamborghini. No, I wasn't. I was on Mars, looking at Earth. Fuck it. I don't know where I was, but it went from a little pinprick to 3 pinpricks, and I went, oh no, there it is, But it's exciting in a sort of tedious type way, isn't it? It's exciting in a kind of, oh, fuck off. Because they went to the moon. The Americans and the Russians went to the moon. And it was, remember, because Russia was ahead. Russia was first up, and then America got up. Russia went round around the Earth, and then Russia got a fish up, a dog, a cat, a monkey, a tractor up there. And then they were going to the moon. It's Russia, America, who's going to be first? And then Russia went, I don't want to go to the moon. I'm fed up anyway. I never want to go there. I don't know what they did. Maybe they thought, there's only rocks there. But with a Russian accent, there's only rocks there on the marsh, you know. I've borrowed this accent from a shop. I'm not sure if it's right. There's only grey rocks there on the moon, you know. Do you think so? I think so. I think it is pointless for us to go there. For we will find only grey rocks, and we'll waste a load of cash that could be spent on vodka. Aye, I'm thinking too. We have become Scottish. Aye, from the north of the Highlands. What the fuck was that first accent? I don't know. But they went Mars, well, there's not much up there. It's red rocks. On the moon, there's grey rocks. On Mars, there's red rocks, and that's it. It's a bit boring. It's like archaeology, you know? Archaeology, I mean, that's a slow thing, isn't it? It can't be speeded up. Archaeology's got 3 bloody vowels in the middle. Archaeology. I mean, what the hell's going on there? Did someone just unload a bunch of vowels in the middle of it? Because that's where you get your accents. If you know, if you look at accents, they're all changes in vowels. It's all a, ah, e, ah. It's not the consonants. They're always. But archaeology. As you go around the country, it's archaeology. Some of these counties don't exist, of course, with archaeology. Oh, you're doing a bit of archaeology. But the time team, we have the time team in Britain. Speed archaeology. Archaeologists on the drug speed. And that's what you want. Speed this fucking thing up. Dig, dig. Because the normal stuff's kind of slow. They say, we found stuff. Archaeologists, you found stuff. What have you found? What have you found with my circular thing? Well, give us a toothbrush in 10 years and we'll tell you. Give you a toothbrush in 10 years and you'll tell me? What are you, captain of the alliteration club? 4, 5, 6. It's just, you know, time team now. I like that. 3 days, dig stuff up. And they fucking dig it up, kick it up. What the fuck is it? What have we I've dug a big hole. What is it? It's Greek, it's Spanish, it's Venezuelan. I don't know. It's some guy, some dead guy. I like it. And I went and helped them. I love Time Team. And I saw 10 episodes of it. And, I've seen episodes for 10 years of Time Team. And they had the celebi come and dig a ditchy type thing. And I came and dug a ditchy. And I really dug it. I hadn't dug a ditch all my life. I've never dug a ditch. I never did much ditch digging, you know? I did sandcastles, and then I dug that fucking, and I dug nothing in it. And that's true archaeology. Sometimes there's nothing in there. Except some worms going, have you seen Medusa? No, I haven't. We are her hair in later years. Oh, really? Do you do a tight perm? Yes, we can. When I first came out as transvestite, I thought I should get a perm, so I went and got a perm in Islington. And they gave me rollers like this. And I remember these big, sort of Cindy Crawford type rollers. These were these tiny things, old lady rollers. I came out looking like a bizarre footballer. That was not a good day. But I so thought it was right, I went back again and said, give me another one. Haven't you got bigger rollers? And he said, no, there exist no rollers bigger than that. True, but kind of boring story. So, yes. Whatever I was talking about. Yes, it's the archaeology thing. I dug this ditch. I dug a ditch and I went, there was nothing in it. And that was true, that was archaeology. And then I thought, actually, I wanted to find a hoard of Roman coins or a sword or a Viking helmet. And I realized I'm not into archaeology, I'm into piracy. That's what I wanted to find. Got piracy. And which is what the Vikings were. That's what Viking means. And they were brilliant. They brought us a lot of, because they took over the whole of eastern England, essentially, and some, up in Scotland as well. And a lot of their language, words like kiosk, that's a Viking word. And it came from when they raped and pillaged. They'd rape and pillage and awful and blood everywhere and limbs hacked and money stolen. And then they'd say, if you have enjoyed today's experience, you can get some souvenirs in the kiosk, which is just down on the beach. Okay, thank you. So I was talking before about people who have to change before they help. There's a third group, firefighters. They change clothes before they help. And they do a very good job. We like them. We pull over in our cars. As soon as we go, no, we just, you look up in the mirror, fire. You look out the window, on the front of the van, you see Erith. Fire, Erith. And you almost go, get the Erith van out of the way, get out of the way. Let the firefighters through. Then the police come, police. And you look out, you see, Ekilop. Get out of the way, Ekilop. Ekilop, one-eyed monster. Let the police through. And then the ambulance comes. And that's good. It's a good thing, too. But the police, I think we pull over somewhat more reluctantly for the police. The police go, because there could be good cop, bad cop. There's politics involved. Sometimes they're beating up the wrong person. There's stuff like this. Firefighters, no politics. You just, Godspeed. And they go, which God? The Buddhist gods. They don't have gods. Well, technical. And anyway, he wouldn't go very fast. He's a big lad. Yes. Just fuck off. I mean, in a nice way. But they never have good firefighter, bad firefighter, you know? They never go, Hitler and Nelson Mandela are stuck in a building. Get them both out. They get them both out, you know, the equality. Come on, Hitler, Nelson. Actually, Nelson, come on, hang on a second. Nelson. It was Nelson Mandela. Give him a cup of tea. Hitler, hang on. I've got a stone in my shoe. I'll be right. Just hang on there. Keep your moustache on. Oh, he's all burnt up. Oh, tragedy. Oh, well, la-di-da. Uh-huh. That's where Annie Hall meets Hitler's last days in the bunkers. La-di-da. Well, no more tennis for me. It's a very funny joke. So, yes, and the firefighters, they have a slidey pole. All firefighters do have this in England, China, Venezuela, Afghanistan. Slidey pole to get them from the first floor to the ground floor in double quick time. And I just thought, why not have a room on the ground floor? Right next to the fire engine. Because the fire engine would be here, and you'd be sitting right next to it and going, yes, I know what you mean, Steve, but I've found when there's a fire, this would be the response time. 0.2 of a nanosecond. On the first floor, it's just inefficient. 20 guys, fire, fire. Down the slide, form a queue, form a queue. Go, 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 jump. Push him. He's got his legs stuck now. Just pull it, use your axe, cut it. Cut his leg. I'm going down the lift, never go in the lift in a fight, you're right. It's not here, It's not efficient, is it? Now, it obviously harkens back from years ago in the 19th century, 1800s. That they, you know, when they didn't have motorized fire vehicles, they had the vehicles that were pulled by horses or marmots or vermin or whatever, panthers sometimes. The fire was put out and 7 people died as the panthers ate them. But apparently, those are all lies, but the horse thing, apparently they put the thing in because the horses, they used to try and get up the stairs. And so they had to put a pole in so they couldn't, no, let us up, we want to play canasta. Come on, let us up, we're good at blackjack too. They're going, get down the horses. Horses trying to get up and play cards, get out of it. Yeah, no, let us up, we got a weird voice. I don't know how to do a horse voice. Hello. Let us up, or I'll blow the hair off my chinny chin chin. Surely that's copyright, I don't know. Yeah, so that's true. That's obviously, that sounds stupid, but that's actually true. That's actually true. The horses used to try and get upstairs. I made it up as a piece of rubbish. And I asked a firefighter, and he said that's how they got up. They used to go up the stairs. Horses would come upstairs, not to play cards necessarily. But you see, I think the firefighters do a good job, so they should just come up front and say, there's no reason for a slidey pole, but we want one. And we go, yeah, have one, have more, have several. Have a big snakes and ladders house. So the bell goes, ding, ding, ding. One outside the building. One, double turn and pike and twist and into an open top fire engine. Put on the siren. Come to me. Bring your ships upon the shore. We've got parking. Naked women. Aha. That's the Greek siren, you idiot. Not supposed to play that till the way back. And they have a bag of cats next to the window and they throw them out. One by one. That's why you get that noise. Meow. 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 And it just so happens that Dr. Doppler was sitting in his car one day. Meow. Meow. Do you see the change in notes of cats? This is a very interesting effect that I have been studying now for the last 2 minutes. And I will write a paper on this. Well, what will you call it? I'll call it the change in note of cats effect. You should call it the Doppler effect. Then people would shag you. Yes, for my parents, yes. It's a good idea, not for the shagging, which is just fun. But it's worked well for you, Professor Pavlov. Yeah, mainly dogs, though. They tend to get you, and it's rather embarrassing, really. I wish I'd never rung those fucking bells. Drive me crazy. Dogs keep eating everything. Down the dog food shop. Driving me nuts. But the whole the thing I was talking about, the superhero thing, the reason is fear. I've tried to push fear back as a transvestite, push fear back. Sure enough, because I had fights. People give me shit in the streets. They go, hey, what's the fucking all this? And I've learned martial arts since I had a big fight about 5 years ago. I'm now a black belt in sashimi, which if you know sushi, it's like that, but it's sashimi. It's just raw fish, and you fling raw fish at people. Anyway, salmon, salmon, tuna, salmon, salmon, tuna. The white one that's horrible. And that only gives you about 10 seconds of shock where they're going, what the fuck? This is fish. And when they're in the what? You go, wasabi! Big ball of wasabi down the throat. So that can work. I encourage you to try that if you're insane. Also, I know I'm a black belt in fuckendo, which is basically just swearing at people. You fuck off, you fucking asshole. Come around here, you fuck. And never say this one. Come over here and say that, because they tend to... So stupid. But I've worked out how to get out of that. All you got to do is say, now go over there and say that. Now come over here and say that. Now go over there and say that. Now go to Venezuela and say that. Well, when they're in Venezuela, you can escape, of course. But it's this fear thing. Show no fear, and that's what it's like. It's like animals, like sharks. Sharks, they can smell blood, hear blood, taste blood. They can taste and hear blood. No, they can't. They've got no ears, have they? Sharks, their ears are so swept back. They sweat them all the way down the tail, and they can only hear things right at the back. They comb their ears back. Sharks are just evil fucking beasts. They're protected. But they're evil fucking beasts. I mean, you know, those eyes, the eyes are actually useless. They're just transfers. They're put on from an Airfix model. They're just... So you can actually go up to a shark and go... And they won't take offense because they can't see you. It's the nose. The nose is sonar. It's complete like a bong in a... Bong. They send up pings. Ping. Probably not pings. Could just be... But the nose, if you bank them on the nose, but if you get near a shark, you know, off the coast of Eastbourne, bloody great big shark, they just hit him on the nose and they go, oh, they don't know where you are. Or if you kiss them on the nose, they get all friendly. Or if you stick your finger in their nostril, they just go, oh. And if you don't believe me, turn to the person next to you and stick your finger in their nostril. Oh, oh. It's true. I've seen a picture in National Geographic, a guy with his finger, I'm not sure if it's a nostril, but it's somewhere, that flappy bit behind. Because I don't know if sharks ever go, I get the thing, terrifying. But they're mean and evil, they've got all those teeth, but they're protected. They are protected. The great white shark, a protected species, because if they all die, there won't be any huge murdering beasts in the sea. Which I think is a good thing, isn't it? Anyway, so forget them. But dogs are interesting. With dogs, I show no fear. I go up to dogs and I put my hand in front of their mouth. And to show I'm not scared about biting. And the dogs never, ever, except occasionally, bite me. But if they do try to bite me, I pull away, and then I pull back, you see, so the dogs are now upside down. They like undercut them, and they come underneath, and like over the top, underneath, over the top. And I spin round until the dog is going around in circles, and I throw in towels, and it does a good tumble dry. 15 minutes. Bit arduous. But a lot of dogs are not too bright upstairs. The bright dogs were with the Egyptians, obviously, in the early days. They're all on their walls, you know, those dogs, the dogs and the Egyptians. And I think they probably were from another planet, and they went, woof, 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 pointy things, woof, 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 bye, and off on a spaceship. They left behind the dogs going, ooh. Like greyhounds. Greyhounds are not too sharp upstairs. They get put in a cage once a week. And they go, what am I doing in a cage? What have I done? Bunny rabbit, bunny rabbit, bunny rabbit, bunny rabbit. Bunny rabbit. Never, they should be going, déjà vu. I've chased this bunny rabbit before. Have you seen this bunny rabbit? I've seen this bunny rabbit before. And they're chasing after the same bunny rabbit, but you look in a greyhound's eyes as they're just bunny rabbit, bunny rabbit, bunny rabbit. Total focus, bunny rabbit, bunny rabbit. And they should have the cameras on the dogs at the end after the race, because they'll be going, fucking bunny rabbit. It's the fastest fucking bunny rabbit I've ever seen. Have you ever caught the bunny rabbit in this thing? Stevie, Jimmy, Harry? Yeah. Too fucking fast. It's like they're nailed to a railway line. Fucking fast. There should be one dog bright enough to go, let him go, Stevie, Harry, Jake, let him go. Let that fucking bunny rabbit go. Well, I'll tell you, I got a plan. I think if we stay right here, and we let that bunny rabbit go, that bunny rabbit there, he's gonna come back round. He is, look, he's curving around, he's curving around, he's curving around. Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. All right, everyone look casual, look casual. fuck's sake. He's got a metal front wheel. Bunny rabbits don't have wheels. Guide dogs, they are bright. They get chosen, especially chosen. You have the look in your eyes, the look of intelligence. You will become a special dog. The dog goes, food? You know what I'm saying, don't you? Come, I will make you a leader amongst dogs. Food now? With marrow, the yummy bit of humans? Come, I will make you a leader who will lead people with restricted eyesight. Food at dog shop? Dog food shop? I like dog food shop. And they're trained. These dogs are trained. They're there with 175 degrees magnetic. Church with a spire. Meow. 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 Ding-a-ling-a-ling, dog food shop. The trouble with guide dogs, they'll always take you to a dog food shop. You may not want to go there. But I met someone, I know someone in Melbourne, she had a guide dog that was a failed guide dog. Brilliant, this dog failed. It was obviously, if you, yeah, you're no help. Meow, 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 meow. Oh, meow. 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 Where's your owner? Gone upstairs? What? What? Hang on a sec. Apparently, I wasn't supposed to be wearing that. And they're supposed to... I just nicked this off a sergeant who was walking by. As you can see. He didn't need it. And there's someone going to cut a triangle out of my skirt. The triangle cutting people. They go, cut and try. Not rhomboid. No. Because triangle's good, you know why a triangle. Square, yeah. Rhomboid, you go, oh, what the fuck is that? It's a square squashed over. Why? I don't know. Why isn't it a diamond? Well, get off. Now, oh, these are quite good because you can play them. Bong, bong, bong. Comes from bong, bong, bong. Because there's two pairs, you see. At no expense. Now, Africa, I hear you ask. Now, yes, well, it's true. Now, I do research these days. I used to not do research, and I let research come up to me and go, you know, chickens are hairy. And I go, oh, really? No, actually. They're feathery. And when you cut the head off, they're slightly more intelligent. You know, they're ex-dinosaurs. Chickens are the only dinosaurs that survived. Or something like that. Didn't somebody tell me something like that? I don't know, I pick up shit. But, and interesting facts as well. Now, I prefer the facts, because otherwise... Not that. Where was I? Oh, yes. So the research. I buy books. Do I read them? No, because I'm a slow reader. I take a lot in, because the fast readers, they go, I read a book last night. I read War and Peace while going to the toilet, you know. But they didn't take it in. It just went... And they say, what was it about? Sabutio. I don't know, what? I take it all in, you see. But anyway, I bought a speed reading book because I wanted to speed it up. Have I read the speed reading book? No. But logically, that's one book that, as you read, there should come a point where you go, Then you then put your hand on the thing with the... And if I read that one, I could read all the others really quickly. But I just keep going back to Stephen McQueen's biography. And so Africa. I watched 2 DVDs on Africa. And it is proved through the DNA, or DNA, as we call it now, that Crick and Watson and the other guy and the woman who was dead and so didn't get the Nobel Prize, they found the alpha helix, and it proves that we're all from Africa, you see. Proved through the Y chromosome and through the mitochondrial DNA that we're all African, which is brilliant because it means that racist people can retire. And yes, they have done well. Wonderful, wonderful racist people brought bile and hatred into the world and many, many deaths, piles of bodies. Hitler, there's an interesting person. Oh, he dealt with hatred. If he hadn't hated so many people, he killed, 6 million Jews and so many fucking millions of people. And if he hadn't killed them, a lot of them were German citizens, they would have fought for him. He could have won. Think about that. If he hadn't hated so much, anyway. That's another war. So what's my point? So anyway, Africa, we're all from there. And racist people, interestingly, are never as polite as smokers. Have you noticed that? Smokers always go, do you mind if I smoke? Oh, you do? Okay, I'll go outside and have a cigarette. Racist people never go, do you mind if I'm racist? Oh, I'll go outside. Fucking blue people, eh? Come around here, steal our hamsters. Bye. Yes, now where were we? Children, they're lovely, aren't they? Now, I have worked out that personally, I'm a hunter-gatherer type. This is my body type. You know, there's very thin people who eat pigs and they say, oh, I haven't put a thing on. And that's tricky in its own way because they can't get any bigger. And I can get bigger, thank you very much. If I look at a piece of lettuce, I go, I'm a runny person. I'm not a runny like Camembert, but a runny. I'm designed to go boom, boom, boom. The loneliness of the long-distance runner, or the sort of less loneliness of the 2 long-distance runners, I'm good at that. So I think I'm a hunter-gatherer. I think my dinar goes back to the hunter-gatherers. And they lump them, why do they lump them? I just think I'm a hunter. I don't know if I'm a gatherer. Not very tidy. I think I was a kind of, got them, got that badger. And then, Steve, could you gather that? Hunter and a gatherer. Not a hunter-gatherer, hunters and gatherers. Some other people, oh, I'll get that. And they're very good because they're very fastidious. There's a badger left. You left a badger here? Because I think I'd be a hunter and I come back. Where's the badgers? I fucking left them. Left them on the copse. On the Notting Hill bit. On the crag. And I think that sort of relationship, it was like a golfing relationship. You say, oh, look, a gazelle, what do you think? Say, I think a 3-spear. So, yeah, a 3-spear. Wasabi! Gazelles are really fast. Missed it. Get another 3-spear. And then small ones like marmots, you go, oh, just a wood, thank you. Never got applause there before. That's what Eastbourne likes. You like that? Yeah. Don't fucking humour me. You must love that thing on the pier you get where you hit the rat thing. That hit the fucking rat. What a fucking brilliant guy. Hit the fucking rat. Because if you haven't seen it, rats, there's about 8 rats and they're just below the surface and they come out and you have to hit them. And it's just, hit a rat. Rat. Buddhist monks must love it. Fucking rats. Bubonic plague. What a wonderful plague, bubonic plague. It's such a big word, bubonic plague. It's not the Black Death. Black Death. It's the bubonic plague. The Havasablonic plague. The Sentil-Trandle-Mondledick plague. Mr. Bubon, who invented it. Who first went, a tissue. What's up, Mr. Bubon? I think I've got the plague. The bubonic plague? Could be. Yeah. What's the symptoms? My hair goes all curvy. Oh, that's soccer problem, isn't it? That's football thing. That's perm. That's too tight on the rollers. Islington hairdressers. RB Islington. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't know. Right. What's this? I didn't need that mime. Because Marcel, you know, I've worked out there's a whole gun problem in America, because I've travelled through in America, and they have this whole gun problem, and the people say how to deal with it. I think you should ban handguns, and there'll be an outcry, but then allow artillery. Because it'll slow them down. You go, come on. Just field artillery from World War II. Check. Shit. Bug, it's the fuzz. Bug? It's one of the most tiring mimes I've ever done, that one. I'd said that to Marcel. I said, it's really tiring, the artillery mime. Marcel, it's a really obvious gag, but they laughed. Marcel, have you hung yourself? Come on, lad, say something. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a sur la plage? L'éléphant de ma tante habite près de la mer. Et j'habite tout près de Monsieur Giscard d'Estaing. That was really going well, Marcel. Then we blew the end bit. It already tailed off there. Ad-libbing's not all it's cracked up to be. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'll talk to you. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, bye. Key lock. Oh, what a 2003 joke. 10 years ago, we wouldn't know key lock. We wouldn't know key lock would be so important. Otherwise, you phone people up and you just you get a message from someone that's... Steve, you got your phone on? Steve, switch your fucking phone off, mate. If you haven't got a mobile phone, then you won't know what I'm talking about, but... Thank God for key lock. Oh, God, before key lock. Endless phone calls that went on like that for hours. Anyway, help me. What? Oh, hunter-gatherers, yes. So, hunter and gatherers. And they hunted mammoth as well, didn't they? I'm not sure. They're huge fucking elephants. I mean, got him. Oh, he's not stopping. He's not stopping. Just, have you got the 3 and a 4? And nowadays, see, woolly mammoth is just, it should be called woolly elephant, shouldn't it? Because they're just elephants with wool, aren't they? But they have an elephant bloody gun. What was it? They didn't have a, mammoth spear. Give me the mammoth spear. Just run onto this, would you, Mr. Mammoth? Too bloody big to hunt. But they invented things. This is 50,000 years ago. And remember, our civilization, back to the Egyptians and the dog people there, that were 5,500 years. 50,000 years, long bloody time. And they invented fire. Someone invented fire. People say, well, fire was from a lightning strike, hit a tree, someone took a breath. I don't think so. Because we've been out in thunder and lightning, and it's fucking scary. And in our minds we go, it is an electronic discharge from the thing down, and in our hearts, in our bodies, we go, fucking gods are angry, they hate us. We have sinned. We have done original sin, and unoriginal, and just copied sin, and all that shit. It's just scary. And even nowadays, if you were next to a tree and it went with lightning, I don't think anyone here would go, I'll grab a branch, we're doing marshmallows. Ipso facto, if that means anything, I don't think back then they would have done it either. So someone must have invented fire. There must have been a day before fire and a day after fire. Day before it'd be, oh God, it's freezing. So cold. Turn nothing up. Yeah. Throw another log on your brother. What's for tea? Salad. I had salad yesterday. Yeah? Can we get variety? What? Salad? I can pronounce it differently. What do you want? You could have salad. Move around the country, you get different pronunciations. No, I just want... Okay, does it have a dressing? What, like a bandage? No. Balsamic vinaigrette. Does it have balsamic vinaigrette? Where the fuck did balsamic vinaigrette come from? Balsamic fucking vinaigrette. How long ago? 10 years? Would you like a dressing? What have you got? We've got 1,000 Island, we've got 970 Island, we've got 400 Island, we've got 3 Mile Island. Oh, balsamic vinaigrette, balsamic vinaigrette, balsamic vinaigrette. I would like some balsamic vinaigrette, balsamic vinaigrette. It was just some suggestive thing. And it's yummy. And what's it made out of? Balsa wood? Balsa wood. It's model aeroplanes, isn't it? You make a model aeroplane and you go, fuck it, let's put it in the salad, put the and then you eat the salad and the solvent, you go, the salad, the glue, it's the glue, you know, look at the salad, oh, it's so creamy. Solvent abuse, you fucking salad, you fuck off your salad. Should be funny. Yes. So, there must have been someone who said, I'm not having salad anymore, I'm gonna bloody change this. Look, Jeff, what are you doing? Come and have your salad. It's getting warm. No, Sheila, I'm going to invent something right here now. What, after you've masturbated? That's not masturbation. If you do that to your penis, it'll come off at the hinge. Right, I'm twig spinning, I can see. No, this is a thing. It's you're drilling to China. China hasn't been invented yet. Oh, so how 45,000 years ago have you in the future? It'll work out in Eastbourne when they explain it. Sheila, you got mad. No, what? Look, I did this yesterday. I spin the twig and it makes smoke and it makes orange and yellow stuff. It's got warm. I'm going to be famous, Sheila. Jeff, you're not going to be famous. Come and have your salad. I'm going to be... Jeff Fire, you're not going to be famous. I am, Sheila. And you know what I'm going to call it? I'm going to call it Jeff. For years, they would say, throw another log on the Jeff. Let's put a Barbie on the Jeff. Ooh, early porn. It's an old pornography joke. You've heard it all. Eastbourne, you're a crazy rock and roll town. Well, rocks. Pebbles. Yes, so they invented that. So they invented fire, and then someone invented the wheel. They say the person who invented the wheel was a genius. No, I think the person who invented the axle was a genius, yeah. Because a wheel without an axle is just a lazy Susan. And what was that before the wheel was invented? Lazy Susan was just a girl who stood on the middle of the table with some food and said, what do you want? What do you want? Oh, noodles? Fuck off, I haven't got any. What, jam? Fuck off. No. All right, you can have some rice. All right. What? Hang on. Just give us a second, for fuck's sake. Oh, you're bloody lazy, Susan? I am. Just pointing that out for the joke's purposes. So you invent a wheel. The guy who invented the wheel was obviously crackers. I have invented a major new transport thing. Oh, really? Yes. How does it work? You strap your body around the wheel, and then your friend pushes you down the hill. You break your back in 3 places. Only 3 places. Have you met Axelrod? Hello. Well, what have you invented? I've invented the pole. You're Axelrod and you invented the pole? Yes. What are you going to call it? I'm going to call it... one of those 3. So you put an axle on a wheel, and then you've got nothing. You've just got a thing that goes round and round and round. And you've got to get another wheel on. So you have to invent 2 fucking wheels, if you think about it. And then that doesn't work, because that's a great thing for travelling. How? You stand on the axle, go... So no, put a chair on the axle, attach it to the chair. No, you have to drill a hole. There's so many different inventions have to make it. So they invented it. And there were 2 types of human biped type things. There was Neanderthals and Homo sapien. We're like cousins, like kissing cousins, except we didn't kiss. Neanderthals, of course, the heavy eyebrow ridge, and that kind of, You know, with that kind of look of, I got a headache. I feel so close to extinction. Very hardy, but not so bright upstairs. Homo sapiens, slightly more. How are you getting on there, Neanderthal? All going all right? Not too good. Yesterday, we went hunting, and half our tribe was killed when they fell on themselves. And I've hurt my knee, and we've got no butter. Yes, well, always good talking to you. Must go. Got some swatches of moss for the new cave we're moving into. Local chaps doing some paintings of things, jumping things, I don't know, gazelles or whatever. Should look good. Should be fetch a pretty penny in a couple of years. Where are you living these days? I am living in a pit of my own excrement. Ah, well, good idea. Keeps you warm, yeah? What? Well, your poo keeps you warm, is that... The poo from your body, doesn't it keep your body... Is that the idea? No, I hadn't thought of that. The estate agent said bathroom ensuite. Yeah. Yeah, that's where you box clever there. Peter Sellers in the Goons. Now, so, and then Neanderthals, they died out. 200,000 years. They developed for 200,000 years. And then went, fuck it. And they died out because they're a bit... So they must have started... 50,000 years of evolution. 100,000? 150? 200,000? Oh, shit. And thank God they died, because if they had made it through, then Homo sapiens wouldn't have made it. Then everything would be different, you know. Television would be, you know, Book of the Month Club on television would be. And now we have Professor and what do you think of this book? What? What do you think of this book in a critical way? It's all right. There you have it. It's all right. News programs would be. And now we have what breaking news. What's all this here? What's this line? What's this white thing going on here? What's this crawler thing? What's the... More news. Now, over to Steve. Huh? Steve, what? Steve, what's going on? What? Where? Where you are? What? What now? What? Here? Now, over to the politicians debating who will be leader. I would like to be leader because I got teeth. I'd like to be leader because I haven't and have no need of dentistry. I don't want to be leader. I'm in it for cash. Shakespeare would it to be or not to be, you know, maybe it's a question. Well, there's no suffer slings and arrows and a club in the face, or to wrestle a rat for half an hour, you know? Maybe that's nobler. Anyway, that's all from me. Love, Bill. And those whole fucking changing room programs would be, all right, well, you know, I thought we'd put excrement here and an excrement there, then poo along here, up there, then poo, then a bit of wee, then poo, then wee, and then a poo bar here. And here they come. And what do you think? This is shit. So that didn't happen. But then, 45,000 years ago, fact seekers, what happened was something like that. There was an ice age, of course, and everything got jolly, jolly cold in the North and South Poles, a lot more ice, and then the sea level goes down to make all that ice, goes down by the height of a 40-story block of flats. Residential, office, doesn't really matter. And so around the equator, it gets not only hot, it gets super duper hot. So the people in Africa were saying, look, I may be African, but I'm getting the fuck out of here. And some of them went up via Egypt into Central Asia, and some of them went down through Ethiopia, past Yemen, and down into Australia. Yemen, another my hometown. Yeah, so I am a child of the Middle East. I am a child of and so I look to the East and West like we do with medicine. We have East and Western. The Western's very pill-driven. The Eastern is more curious. Like acupuncture. I've had acupuncture. I don't know if you've had it, but I've seen it on telly, and they push those little needles in. And obviously in the body there's levels of ow, and in between ow there's sort of yum, or sponge cake or something. And they seem to push it in the sponge cake bit so it doesn't hurt. As I saw it on telly. I saw it in The Matrix. And so I had it, because I have a rotator cuff problem here. My shoulder's all kind of fucked up. Because in the rotator cuff you've got 4 muscles. You've got supraspinatus, you've got the pubis, they've got a long twangy one, but they're all blue and red. You've seen those models, aren't they? They're all blue and red, except one is green with a white band around it, and that's the earth. And then you tie that in, and then you plug your arm into the wall or something like that. Anyway, so I had acupuncture, because I'd had steroids and that seemed bad, it didn't work, so I had acupuncture, and I pushed the needle in, and it felt like a small needle being pushed into my arm. It's not ow, it's kind of oh. But 30 of them equals ow. And I couldn't look at it, because it looked like I'd swallowed a hedgehog. So I had that out, and then I went and had an MRI, where you go into this tube thing, it's like going into a coffin and some steel band playing on your head. That was hellish. Then I had a CAT scan, and he didn't know what he was doing. So I gave it to the dog, and there was no one. So. But dentistry, interestingly, we've only seemed to have Western dentistry. No Eastern dentistry, is there? It's just Western. I mean, there must be some Eastern stuff, but the Western is basically torture. Still in the torture field. It's still those 2 noises when you went to the dentist when you were a kid. There's... just the dentist talking. I haven't seen you for a while. I haven't seen you since the other day. He's a fine young lad. Let's drill his face off, shall we? And they start softly, softly, catchy monkey with, right, we're going to do a little x-ray there. I'm going to put a machine up to your face. Okay, this is not dangerous at all. I'm just going to go to the Bahamas for a second. I've left my cat in the fridge there. No, maybe not. I'll come back. What you say? Your face feels a little drippy? Well, that's okay. Little runny, does it? Maybe you're hunter-gatherer. There you go. Okay, now, and then when they put the x-ray on that thing, that's when it all gets... Because we don't know what it looks like. It just... They go, there you see, that's decay. What? That's my skull, isn't it? No, that's... Well, no, the black bit. Well, that's my skull. That's my whole head. Yes, we're going to have to drill your head off. We don't know how to... They can just say anything. You see there, you've lost your nose. What? You got no teeth. You're a monkey, basically. What are you worried about? Right, we're going to have to drill... And then they start with a little bit of pokey-pokey. We're going to do a bit of mirror on the wall. Which tooth has got to fall? And pokey-pokey-pokey. With that pokey thing, pokey-pokey-pokey. Pokey-pokey. Pokey-pokey-pokey. Pokey-pokey-pokey-pokey. And then they're doing that code, 2TL9447 TS1 Alpha Charlie Bravo Tango Foxtrot, 2,000 feet over a monkey's head. It all means something. First tooth, strong, solid. Maybe I can dislodge it if I knock it. And some equipment. Second tooth, good, but bleeding around the gums. The thin white towel of death must be used to saw down the edge and make it fall out like the back of the Berlin Wall. That would be nice. Third tooth decay is round the edges. The decay that I planted last time has taken hold. Looks like we're gonna have to drill. Whee-ha! Gonna have to drill. Whoo! Fire it up, nurse. I'm gonna drill his face off. Hang on. You drill up. You drill up. And they become like bad carpenters. Nurse, could you put your finger in his mouth and go... got it plugged in, you're just making the noises. Right, rinse. I'm out of thing. Where's the button? Where's the button? Why do you have to press the fucking button for this thing? Why can't I press the fucking button? What's the pressures about the bloody red stuff? Just turn it on. It's like they dole that stuff out. Then he goes, right, I've drilled your face off. You've got stumps for teeth. I'm going to screw in some new ones. They're the new titanium teeth. They screw them in, and they're sponsored by the makers of Scrabble. So they've got letters and numbers on them. So there we go. Top row, I'm going to turn fantastically. That's 41 points. Bottom row, fuck me, baby. 71 points. If you smile, it should happen. It's all drilling. There's just no invention, everything new. We've got a better drill, faster drill, and it's high. Can't they just make them quiet? It's all, you can feel all that fucking... my dentist said recently, he was a nice guy, he said, I've got a water blower, it blows plaque off your teeth. I thought, fantastic. But it blows it at the speed of sound, and therefore it feels like 72 daggers. Even one dentist said, I've got this cream, tell me, rub it on your tooth, tell me when it hurts. And I go, that hurt, that hurt, that hurt. What is it? This is just a hurty cream, it just hurts. Who wants to be a dentist? Anyway, I'm going to finish up tonight so we can all go home. I'm going to finish up tonight, but I just want to mention something on horses. Because when I was a kid, I did horse riding. Now, as probably some of you did. But I have found out recently that we didn't. What we experienced was horses doing child wearing. Yes, it's true. They've got footage of it on a documentary called What Horses Do. And horses go, yes, I've joined a stable. And they provide you with children. They have their own straps and everything. And they go up the hills and they eat the grass or drink the water. Just trot around, nothing fast. And the kids exercise your neck and, they tickle you in the ribs and you can bite their feet. And you come back to the stables, they remove the children and they burn them, I believe. Or some of them they take to aeroplanes and make cry with forks. It's just, that's why I couldn't get this fucking horse going. Come on, you fucking go. Clip, clip, clop. I mean, that wasn't a Western to me, with my black bobble hat on. Steve McQueen was never in a black bobble hat with a yellow bloody roll neck jumper. I wasn't cool, I looked like a dickhead. I wanted danger, the wind in my hair, not the wind in my black bobble hat. Crappiest hat in the world. God, I hated it. I mean, fox hunting there's a big fox hunting thing. There's these arguments in Britain about fox hunting. And they go around, they obviously hunt the foxes because the foxes, they attack chickens. And posh people have an alliance with chickens, just like in the First World War. If chickens get invaded by foxes, then the posh people come in, because they go to the same clubs. Yes, I know what you... Yes, I went there. It was very, very sunny. You lost your head? How did you get on? Oh, really? That's very funny. Don't you have to do a punchline, see? So anyway, they shout and they find the fox. Mr. Fox, you must be culled. How would you wish to die? By lethal injection would be the safest and most painless way. How would you like to be ripped apart by dogs? I'd really rather not. And they get the dead fox and they get small children and they go on, blah, 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 blah. There you go, little Johnny, rub your face in the dead bloody butter there. Thank you, Father. I will never be fucked up by this. Never affect me in any way. I hope to grow up to be a member of the aristocracy and not be odd at all. But anyway, horses, they're trained by people. People with whips. Walk on, kumbai, kumbai, hoo-la-la, hinda, hunda. Sheepdogs as well, hoo, kumbai. Or horse whisperers, you've heard of horse whisperers. They're very touchy-feely, very much from the, oh, there, boy, there. Have got you on, why don't you get on and touch you wanna lie, you can't remember it. Horse is going, what? I didn't quite answer.
I said, why don't you come? I'll tell you what to do.
No, I told her quite a bit. I can't. Could you speak up? Horse whisperers are onto a losing. It's horse shouters who are the better trainers. Walk up, walk forwards, walk forward. Stop, or I shoot you with a gun. But anyway, with all this horse training, I got a Western. I got cast in a Western last year. Cast in a bloody Western. Fantastic. Knowing how to do a black bubble hat like that. Can you ride? Like an amazing person, sir. Oh, you should see me ride. Use that one, that's good. It goes both ways. You good at riding? You should see me ride. No. So I did. It was in a French Western. It's called Blueberry. It's out in February in Paris. I mean, I'm a German cowboy. It's English speaking. It's like a spaghetti Western. It's a baguette Western. I feel that's the similarity. That's not supposed to be funny. That's just, you know. So next thing I know, I'm in Mexico, 3 months on horses. First day, me, Michael Madsen, Mexican actor called Antonio, on horses. And I'm going, God, I could be trotting out of this like this. Go. I'm a big badass thing, and then go. Clink, 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 stupid hat on, clink, clink, clink. I thought, God, I better make this horse, make sure, give him a bit of a kick. Got spurs on, I thought, I could give him a bit of a easy. Because the spurs go clank, clank, pretty good. So I'm there on the horse, and they say, what do you do? Okay, they say, what do you do is you say your lines, and then you go hot, the horses go off, gallop out of frame, and then we'll shout cut when we've got enough. Okay, thanks. Okay, ready? Michael Madsen over there, a bit quiet. The horses are all, none of us are good on horses. The horses are all just, at one point, Antonio's horse was facing the other way around. I thought, my God, he's either brilliant on a horse, or he's not. So, okay, action. Hey, blah, blah, blah. Chiricahua, my God, we must get out of here. Head to those mountains over there. Okay, here we go. Ha! About 160 miles an hour. I was not trying to touch him with the spurs. I was trying to ride like this. This is a huge Mexican horse. Can't hear fucking anything. Just this horse just going. It's in the north of Mexico. He's going up to the U.S. border. Border. They're going, hey, hold it there. You can't come in here. Where are you born? Yemen. Then I remember, turn him in a circle. That slows him down. Oh, fuck. Canadian border. Hey, you can't. Just hang on. I got a gun. Then I remember sharks. Then the fire brigade. Into the fire brigade house. Up the sliding pole. Whee! And I made my escape from the horse. Anyway, that is all from me here tonight in Eastbourne. Thank you very much for being here. It's good to be back. Thank you. All right. basically, what I'm doing is very slow striptease here. Yes, stripper libraries. That's what we want, isn't it? You see, because libraries, people don't go there. But if it was a stripper library, kids would be going. Yeah, I'd like a book on anything. How about the Etruscans? Yeah, the Etruscans. Yeah, elephant book, great. They had big tusks. Fucking hell. Where's she gone? I was going to give her a quid. I was going to put a quid coin in her G-string. Anyway, how far can we go with Eastbourne? I've never been to a strip club, but I've heard that people put clothes on or something, and then I'm not sure. All right, finish up. I'm going to do my latest bad impression. Yes, sir. Now, my impressions are incredibly bad, and they've been known throughout the state of China as bad. Well, good impressionists just do somebody's voice, and you go, it's Steve McQueen, it's Robert De Niro. I tend to tell everyone who I'm going to do to help, and explain that it might not sound like them. This is Christopher Walken. And as done by someone else, I did Down the Death of Joe Egg on Broadway. An actor called Michael Gaston was in that, and he had done Shakespeare with Christopher Walken. I didn't know Christopher Walken did Shakespeare. So Michael did this impression, and I nicked this of Michael, and he knows about that. But Christopher Walken doing Iago in Othello, yeah, this is according to, Othello, your wife, it's crazy, you should kill her with a pillow. Yeah, it's crazy. She's Desi. She dies as crazy. Yeah. Or even to be and not to be. You know, it's a question. It's nobler. Suffer. Slings and arrows and shit. Now is the winter of our discontent. Yeah, isn't it? Glorious summer. By the sun of York. All the clouds had lowered. Going a bit off Christopher Walken. Tomorrow and tomorrow. And tomorrow. It's a petty pace. It goes on. This watch, it's your father's watch. It's your grandfather's watch. It's your birthright. It's your daddy was shot down over Hanoi. So was I. We were in a prison camp, He knew this watch. It's your right. He doesn't want no slant eye's gonna get the hands on the watch. What's he do with the watch? He puts it in one place, up his ass. He puts it up his ass. 5 long years, this watch up his ass. He dies of watch-in-ass disease. Give me the watch. I put the watch up my ass. I get watch-in-ass syndrome. It's your watch. You can wear it, but don't put it up yet. Wear it on your wrist. Don't lick it. What a choice piece. Anyway, thank you very much.